Hey guys, what is up? It's been a while since I've made a video, and I believe everyone deserves an explanation for that. I've just been on vacation in Alabama for a while, and that's pretty much where I've been for the past couple of days, and I just got back pretty much and installed a couple fixes like the Grand Exchange lag fix and the new home and etc. But really what this video is based around is I'm going to show off the Dungeoneering, so I'm going to get right into that. There's a couple glitches with the Dungeoneering right now. Some rooms just won't work, some have rotation issues, but every dungeon is completable, which is also just awesome. Which, I mean, I could release it right now, just fix a couple bugs and ways to get into it, and bam, we got a Dungeoneering system that's different. But no, I kind of want to get a little bit more, because I don't like to put in content that's not full. Maybe later on, whenever I fix some of the minor bugs enough to where it'll be fun, but not completely like glitched out, I might release a beta version so people can play, just so people can get a look at it, and I can find more bugs by people posting feedback and all that. So let's check out the first few rooms. Okay, this room spawned correctly, and I have a feeling one of them's not gonna spawn right. This is the second one, it spawned correctly, and third one spawned correctly, and there we go. This is one of the broken rooms. Sometimes you'll go to press a door, and what happens is whenever a person goes into the dungeon, well, actually before they get teleported into the dungeon, it generates an area, and each room is there technically, but they're not visible until a player, let's just say, sets it visible by discovering it by clicking the door whenever it gets to it. And whenever this is done, there's issues with the method, so some rooms don't spawn correctly. It could be anything really. I have to find the source of the issue and eliminate it in order for bugs like this one to be fixed. Not exactly the easiest thing to do, but it'll be done eventually. Let's just ignore this NPC in the table. You don't see that. Anyways, another thing I like to note is the broken rooms will not affect being able to complete the dungeon. Like I said, every dungeon is completable, regardless of what glitch you may encounter. Sometimes the rooms don't even spawn correctly. But you can still get to them and go through it and somehow get back. You can easily get back to the lobby by using the teleport spell right here. So if anyone does have an issue with getting trapped, you can just teleport back, and getting trapped after the hundreds of dungeons and times I've tested this, getting trapped is so unlikely. I mean, we got trapped 3 times, and I mean, that was a series of dungeons, and even after being trapped, I was still able to complete the dungeons without having to use any admin commands. So what you just saw was I turned on my god mode so I can just get rid of the guardians. Each room does make you have to get rid of the guardians before you leave, which I believe RuneScape can let you, once you enter a room, you can go back to any previous room that is already loaded. I'm not sure how that works, but I think that's kind of how it is. Like, if there's guardians in the room, you can't load a new room, but you can go back to previously loaded rooms. So I'm gonna look into that and adjust whatever needs to be adjusted. So here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and open these doors. Another thing you may have noticed is, wow, a lot of NPCs. Well, anyways, another thing you may have noticed is you haven't seen me actually pick up any keys, or the doors requiring keys. That is simply because the keys are so much trouble to install. That's like hours and hours of item collecting, object collecting, item matching, and object matching. It's almost like, wow, this is overwhelming for one person. But I may do it later on whenever I'm not releasing a beta. Obviously, I'm not gonna put all my time into Dungeoneering. I'm only one person, and you know, if anyone who is a developer watching this video, I'd like to state that I am looking for developers to help me with things like Dungeoneering. A website developer would be great, because I mean, I'm not the best with websites, but someone who can actually create templates and imagery and all that would be just fantastic. So here you can see me killing off the guardians. I think this isn't a guardian, I'm not sure, so I'm not gonna kill him. I'm gonna see if it considers it. Let's see. Yeah, so it doesn't consider this a guardian, but I don't think it'll affect you by killing it, so no biggie. So we're gonna go in here and we're going to take out these guardians. Wow, this is a big dungeon. Normally the smaller dungeons aren't this large. Let's see. Oh, another known glitch is, wow, another known glitch is the fact that the NPCs, oh, here we go, boss. So we got the witch woman. As I was saying, another known glitch is the guardians aren't really complete yet. So there's just so many NPCs, and that's just more data I have to go through and set myself. Like, I have to literally go through each one of the NPCs and set the health, their stats, and etc. And that's just a lot of work, and I haven't done it. I kind of just put together a small little temporary fix to where, depending on the combat level of the entire party that goes into a dungeon, it'll set the NPC's health. But right now, the NPC's health and the definitions, which is their stats, as 1. And the formula that the client uses to show the health bar and the health that they actually have is kind of like clashing, so it displays wrong. I mean, it's not actually hurting anything or affecting how the player, the NPC can die or whatever, it's just displaying weird. So that's just a known bug. It's simply because I haven't been able to go through the NPC definitions. It's sort of like the doors and the keys. I mean, they're simple, it's just lots of work that I just have to fix the major bugs before I get into the little stuff. So time to get rid of the boss. Looks like she's got her mage prayer on, so I'm just gonna take her out one hit, and she's down for the count. And we're gonna go over here, and the door opened on its own. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm not sure if my recorder was on it, but the door was closed and it opened on its own. And it's that cool little animation from swapping out the objects. But anyways, you end the dungeon, and you get this dialogue pretty much telling you completed dungeon and your XP. Right now the formula for the dungeons are, I think the small dungeons are 50k, the medium 100, and then the larger like 200k XP, and that's the base XP. And then the base XP added to the amount of NPCs you killed, multiplied by 5, and then divided by the amount of deaths, plus 1. So if you have 0 deaths, it's going to add 1 and divide that by whatever XP base you had at first. And I think instead of doing the keys for the doors, I'm not sure about this, I'm just thinking about it, I'm going to make it so you can pick up keys, and whenever you have keys it'll also add extra XP. So I'm not sure if you guys would want that or not, you know, add a little feedback. So here we go, I'm gonna go ahead and go to the surface, and here we are, finished my first dungeon. Another thing I noticed, I don't know if I said this or not, but I know that right now there's some basic multiplayer dungeon handlers. So right now it's set to where whenever a person is in your friends chat, you can actually start a multiplayer dungeon, and pretty much works how I just showed you. It's just multiple people. It handles pretty well, but I plan on adding the Ring of Kinship before I release the beta version for sure. So thanks for watching, guys. Go play this at runerebellion.com and leave your feedback in the comments or on the forum thread that this will be posted on. Hell, this video will be posted pretty much everywhere, so wherever you're seeing this, just leave some feedback and give me some suggestions or your opinions. And if you are a developer wanting to work for RuneRebellion.com, you can contact me by PMing me on the forums, creating a ticket. I might be in game. You can also talk to some of the staff that are online. Odds are they'll go straight to me. You can also email me. I'll have my email on, well, actually I'm not going to put my email because I don't want any threats about my family being killed by a frying pan. I've had that happen before. But anyways, I'm pretty sure you guys get the point. Thanks for watching, and peace out.